The Money Matters Podcast tip of the day.
You never want to be a slave for money. You want to be the slave master. This one is pretty simple. Basically, it's telling you not to put yourself in bad debts and not to, if you already have bad debts, try and get out of it.
Yes.
Because once you owe money to a lender, you become a slave to the lender. You become a slave to the lender until you finish paying that lender, because you're paying that money plus interest. And this lender is going to be on your back till you finish paying. So you don't want to borrow money from anybody, especially when we're talking about borrowing money. We're talking about bad debts, like borrowing money not to invest in income producing assets, but rather spending it for like buying food and clothes and stuff that's not, buying liabilities that's not going to generate no money from you. You want to stay out of that and not be a slave to somebody or a lender or whoever, a bank or whoever it is. You want to make sure that you stay away from those people and not be a slave.
Yes, this is so important, and this is the little that we can do without even having to go out there and spend or do whatever. It just pretty much telling us to control our finances. Just as the slave is controlled by the master, you become the master and control your finances, knowing when to spend, knowing when not to spend, knowing how much you make, knowing which avenues can create more funds for you, stuff like that. Everything that there is to know about the little $200, $300 that is coming to you, you have to make sure that you control the affairs of that $200. Wherever that 200 got to go, you have to make sure you make that conscious decision. You don't have to put yourself in any situation where you'd be forced to go put a certain amount of money somewhere and take some from other places, because that's others controlling your finances. So if you know exactly how much you make, that's very important. That will tell you exactly how much you can spend. Knowing how much you want to put to the side, you have to make every conscious decision about where every single penny goes. All right, that's the only way you can become the master of your finances. Control every aspect of it. Not just following the crowd and following what everybody else is doing. So you also could be part of it. You don't need the approval of the masters. You don't have to follow them to get to your financial freedom position. You have to sit down, because everybody else is earning different amounts, and you don't know how much people are making besides what they make from their various jobs. You don't know how else and which other forms they generate income. So you cannot compare yourself to others on how they spend or go about their finances. You have to control every single penny that leaves your hand. All right. If it's not important and you can live without that, it's not something that your life will depend on. I mean, you make these decisions, and by doing these things, you are controlling every aspect of it. And by that, you can tell or manage how much goes where. And by so doing, you're definitely assured of getting to your financial freedom position.
It's pretty simple. It's either you own money or money owns you. And you want to own money. You don't want a situation where money is owning you. You want to avoid that at all costs. You don't want to work for money. You want to have money work for you. You get what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you have money working for you. You don't want to be the one working for money. That is the way you want to go about it. So we don't want a situation where money owns us. We want to own money, and we want money to work for us.
Thank you for listening to the Money Matters Podcast tip of the day.